welcome to Dirge of Mourning. You are listening to Coffin Carrier with your host Andrew A. Graves and Terabella Thorne. In today's Coffin Carrier, we're going to be doing a song by Rise to the Sky. Now, before we get started into the actual song, we have a little bit of information about this particular track. So, Terry, would you like to give us a bit of background on this particular song?
Well, from what I gathered, I found a little bit of information pertaining to the song title. The song title, Chervona Ruta, I'm probably not saying that correctly, but...
We'll hope for the best.
Yeah. Was actually a mythological flower.
So it's got myth to it.
Yeah, mythological. Well, what I'm looking at right now says mythological or actual flowering plant in the rue genus of the citrus family. Okay, so the interesting thing about this name, Chervona Ruta, is it could be referring to the flowering plant, or it may be referring to songs that were popularized in the 1960s in the Ukraine.
Okay.
Okay. So the original song written, Chervona Ruta, was in 1968 by, I'm going to destroy the name again, but Volodymyr Ivasiuk or something like that. But we don't know if the reference in this title and in this song is to the actual previous songs that were popularized by many people. And didn't you find out that all the lyrics were kind of different on all of the songs?
Yes, when I was doing my research for this episode, I came across different translations to the original, and each time they were different. So I'll go out on a limb and say perhaps this is just the interpretation of what the mythological element could be about.
Yeah, I think it refers more to the plant than to previous songs. Though
I will state, we're not exactly a political podcast here.
No.
But I would like to touch on the fact that it is a Ukrainian type of song.
Yes, definitely. Originally, definitely. And popularized by many different Ukrainian singers and groups. It's considered sort of a folk song.
Right. Well, I would also just like to say on behalf of everyone here at Dirge of Mourning, our hearts do go out to the Ukrainian people, and we hope them the best. But without any further ado, guys, we're going to get right into the song. I hope you guys enjoy it. fuck me running. Seriously, fucking hell, that was goddamn beautiful.
It's a beautiful song.
Jesus fuck. The violin part at the beginning, fucking spectacular. It honestly was. Like, that had me just, like, feeling all sorts of fucking emotions right there.
Well, you know, what caught my attention throughout the whole song is it's very lyrical.
Yeah.
It definitely has a melody to it, is what I'm saying.
So, absolutely. The guitar melody was, like, superb.
His guitar is always good.
Oh, absolutely.
I like this band. I like this band a lot. And I have some CDs. And it's always like that. You listen to the guitar, it's like, it just washes over you.
Funnily enough, though, the band has only been around since 2019.
Wow.
And since then, this guy has done nothing but release music on a steady, consistent basis.
Yeah, very prolific.
Absolutely. See, this is why Rise to the Sky has become one of my favourite bands in the last, like, couple of years.
Yeah.
Because ever since we stumbled across this guy, he has blown me away with everything he's done.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I have older CDs, and they're just, you can see the progression in his music, but that guitar always stays with me. It lingers. I want to say a couple things about this song that I noticed. First of all, it's a very short funeral doom song.
It is. If I may, I would like to actually speak on that concept, because it's unheard of for a funeral doom song to be so short and so sort of standard sort of time length for a metal song. There are times where shorter songs are actually necessary, especially in terms of creating an atmosphere and an emotion. And I think this actually gets across that point in a way that if it was to go on any longer, it would actually diminish its feel.
I think that you are correct about that. It's very short lyrics, very to the point, and I do also want to speak on a couple other things. The pace of it is a little bit faster than most funeral doom.
I would say it's actually quite standard. If you go and look at other types of bands that do similar content, at the moment the name escapes me of the band I'm thinking of. They use sometimes a much more faster tempo to get across.
You would know more than me. I don't know, but I found it to be, especially with the percussion, a little bit faster than some. But the other thing that I noticed about this song was now I'm going to forget what I was going to say. was the I know what it is. The folk quality does come through in this. If that is the intention, it's there. It's got this sort of sound to it that reminds me of folk music.
Well, going off the concept that it could also be a cover song, as well as what I wanted to sort of add in there about the speed of it. When you try and cover a song within the sort of funeral doom genre, it is hard to like slow everything down to that sort of like, funeral march type pacing. So what you'll tend to find is they'll keep like, the song length to the same, with the same rhythmic patterns, but add in a much more emotionally charged element, which is why I think like the percussion is much more like bombastic.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that was the other thing about it. You really noticed it. And I think lyrics being very concise with basically one simple idea.
Yes.
Because it is talking about the flower.
I would definitely say that it gets that point across, yes. It is definitely the flower that it's talking about.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this may not actually be a cover song. I'm thinking that it's been something that maybe was taken and changed and turned into their own.
Well, if that's the case, then holy shit, he blew it out the water.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool. I like the reference to the red bloom in the lyrics, and then I like the whole idea of what I would consider to be welcome death. That's what I'm getting from the lyrics. I'm getting welcome death.
Yeah, I would say that the line that stood out to me the most that gets that across is the fact that he's referring to the concept of death as a beautiful thing. For example, you're the one, you're the only one for me, for your great beauty. This concept is, the idea of that death is a beautiful thing.
Which it can be.
Right, under the right circumstances. And
right. This song is not using like the concept. There's no concept in here of pain, suffering, and agony, and loss and horrible grief. This song is embracing something.
Yes, it's acceptance.
Yes. In the stages of death, which we have talked about many times.
Yes.
The acceptance part. So there we go.
Well then, I guess that just leads us into scoring.
Well, I love this band, and I personally really like this concept and this idea. It's so different. It's unique. I think it's unique.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that we chose to do this particular song.
I mean, I'm somewhere sitting between a 9 and a 9.5 for it. Where are you sitting?
9.5.
There we go. We got it.
9.5 for this excellent piece of music. I cannot wait to listen to the rest of the album and perhaps further down the line do more songs from what should be a masterpiece.
So, once again, let's let our listeners know the name of the band is
Rise to the Sky.
And the name of this album?
The name of the album is called Stay With Me When You Go. No, sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, guys. My bad. Stay With Me When You're Gone.
Okay, and this song, I'll try to say it maybe if I can. Let me get it up here. Chervona Ruta.
I think that is how you're supposed to pronounce it, yes.
And the band is from what?
Chile.
What? From Chile. Okay.
Yes. As I stated before, been around since 2019, and the band has never stopped since. I would also encourage the guys.
I'm sorry, go ahead. What?
Oh, no, my bad. I was on a roll there.
Go ahead.
I was going to quickly say that if the listeners out there are interested, I would also advise them to go seek out the record company that has published the music here today, which is under the record label. Now, let me make sure I get this correct, because I don't want to fuck that up even more than I already have. Yes, I would encourage you guys to go and look up Tragedy Productions, that does all of the Rise to the Sky music and some other stuff that perhaps you're interested in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's going to do it from us here at Coffin Carrier.
This was a nice little song. I enjoyed this.
Cannot wait to indulge in more.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, we'll catch you later. And remember, every day is a funeral.